Hey, David Hulse. This is Buddy Huggins, and we're talking today about the event that's taking place in Hot Springs, October the 20th, 2012. What is that event actually called, David?
It's called A Moment.
Okay, the Moment.
The Moment.
Yeah, and how did you get involved?
Well, actually, just moving to Hot Springs, I just happened to, I didn't just happen to, I don't think there's any accidents, but I did run into a man named Lee Standing Bear, who attended one of my discussion meetings here at the center and heard his story, and I immediately was at a place where I was wondering, should I be in Hot Springs at all, and what was I here for? And when I heard the story of the sacred mountain and the history I just knew why I was here, and I knew I was to be a part of this event called The Moment.
Yes, and I've had the privilege to meet Lee Standing Bear more, and I've heard the same thing that you're talking about. And the actual vision and the dream behind this is to come together in a unity of purpose. And what will they actually do the day of the event?
Well, I understand they're going to sort of follow a pattern that I know have been taught of in the sense of beginning at the ground level and causing through vibration, through sounds, and through music, and through speech also, the way of raising the vibration as we go, around the mountain, and then kind of moving it up and up until it comes to a place in which we enter what I call a still point, which they call the moment. The moment to me is a still point of zero energy where anything is possible. And at that point of the still point, if we have enough consciousness that can drive that still point into a possibility, in this case the intention is for planetary peace to take place, then we can begin to affect, the mass consciousness of the planet itself. It's almost like a idea of Pentecost only on a planetary level, so I refer to it as a planetary Pentecost. And that means that every man will understand every man in his own language of the heart at that moment. So I believe this is my idea of what the moment is going to be like.
Oh, the way you describe that is so beautiful.
Thank
so
you.
The actual type of ceremony is multi-dimensional in purpose, and it actually will be a group of, from what I heard, it could be possibly 8,000 to 9,000 that would literally circle a 7-mile route that's being plotted and planned out. So you might want to speak about registering for the event at the www.momenthotSprings.com.
Absolutely. I know I've begun to get calls from people I know from all over the United States, because that's what I've done for years, is travel and speak. So most of the people that I'm connected to is not in one church here locally, but it is actually all over the country. So we're getting calls, and people are beginning to feel this drawing to Hot Springs for this event. So as people do feel that attraction, they really should get on the Internet and begin to register, and so we know more and more what to expect and how many is going to come in. And I do think that their goal is reasonable. When you think about 7 billion people on the planet, why can't we, attract 8,000 to 10,000 people to this very special event?
Oh, yes, I agree totally. During the time of the harmonic conversion, people were just told of Spirit where to go and where to be. So this would be the same type of thing. Would you speak on the committee that you're with, and some of the other people that are on that committee? If you would, just touch on the work that y'all are doing that's crossed church lines, crossed boundary lines, and it's all headed to this so-called awakening.
Yes, I'm on the Inspiration Committee, along with Pastor Tom Haley, of the Rock Hill Christian Church here in Hot Springs, and we are the original people for the LLC for the moment. And this, of course, had to be done before permits and all that can be accomplished. So our place is to kind of make sure that the moment stays within the spiritual intention, the heart of all of these events, because it's easy to get very involved in the logistics and where this is going to be placed and that's going to be placed, which is very important, but at the same time we got to keep ourselves rooted and grounded in the spirit of what the moment is about, and that is to create this vibration of peace.
Wonderful. There is a volunteer button on that website, so if anybody that's hearing this video, this audio that's going out, David Hulse link will be in the box at the bottom of the YouTube box or in any other post, and you'll see links that show up for this, so we can actually coordinate and come together in this purpose. David, I'll give you the last say. Feel free to finish this interview.
Okay, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. What I was thinking about before this call was a place that I have always been attracted to in my background of Scripture, and that is a place that tells us that we shall not all sleep, but we shall be awakened. And I do think the moment is an awakening taking place. And it says we shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed in a moment. And this word moment is so interesting in this Scripture. In the original is atomos, which is atoms. We get the word atoms from this word. So it's not just talking about some mystical, etherical, spiritual, out there experience, but it's talking about a real physical human experience in which the very cells that make up our heart and the cells that make up our body at large is going to be changed and shifted toward peace. And I really think this has to be done at the cellular level than just at a mental construct of changing to another belief system. So this has to be experienced, and I'm really excited that this can take place, and actually this wonderful Scripture can actually be made into an experience. And it also says at that time we'll hear the trump, in other words, the sound, the vibration, and all of the dead aspects of ourselves is going to be raised into this wonderful place of change, and literal metamorphosis can take place. So as we continue to work on this, I hope that we will all keep putting our intention and keeping that in the front of what this is all about. It's not just to be successful because of how it's been produced and how it's been done and whatever. It's going to be successful because of the result of all of this that's going to take place.
Yes, a co-created effort with intention.
You got it.
And I really appreciate your wisdom on that. And in the follow-up interviews, we'll be talking about the sacredness of Manataka, the place of peace, and go more into the history of the ancients, of what that actually meant to have a place of peace for the indigenous people all over all over this hemisphere that came. So we'll be following up with that, and we'll get back with you, David, as this event unfolds. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate being asked to do this today. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.